you're a big fan of NMN, and before I read your book, I had never even heard of NMN. Why is that good?
Well, now we're talking about research from my lab in the early 2000s. We found that the sirtuin longevity genes that my team, and well, I should say my mentor's team, Lenny Guarenti, discovered sirtuin. So let me tell you about sirtuins. These are 7 genes in our body. Some of us have better versions than others. And in general, it's found that they protect the body against diseases ranging from Alzheimer's to diabetes. Now, these genes get switched off over time. Their main role is to make enzymes that tell the body how to survive during adversity. So when you're exercising and dieting and in sauna, they come on, protect the body. But the problem is, as we get older, they become less active. And one of the biggest problems is that for their activity, they require a little molecule in the body, a very abundant one called NAD. NAD is required for life. It's involved in chemical reactions, but it's also used as a sensor for the body of adversity. When we have no adversity, we're eating a lot and sitting around, NAD levels go down. That's true as we get older as well. So a 50-year-old has half the levels of a 20-year-old for NAD. Um, and what we like to do is to boost the levels of NAD back up to youthful levels and mimic exercise, mimic dieting, or even enhance those modalities. Now, we've even got human clinical trial data. I was mentioning one of my companies has done clinical trials already for the last few years. And by raising NAD levels, we can actually improve human health. And we hope that this will be a drug one day to treat diseases ranging from kidney failure to even COVID-19 survival. So what about NMN? Well, NMN is a precursor that the body uses to make NAD. And by ingesting NMN, we've shown in humans that you can raise your NAD levels by about 2 to 3 fold. And that's beneficial in humans based on clinical studies. When I say I'm a fan, I'm not selling this stuff. A lot of companies claim that I'm involved with selling it. That's not true. I spend a fair amount of legal fees on trying to stop that. Um, but yeah, any NAD boosters, as they're called, seem to be really beneficial. I take NMN, and I've been doing so for probably about 8 to 10 years. And so far, so good. I've only seen benefits. Some people ask about
And so,
the
so
risk.
basically, you're saying the goal is to increase your NAD. One way to do that is through exercise. You can do that by fasting, sauna. But there's this other way to do is to take this NMN. Essentially, it's a supplement, and that can also boost your NAD.
Yes, that's what the science is saying, and others have shown it improves 6 minute walk. So it's being used for performance, endurance, and overall health. It's not proven that it extends lifespan. In fact, we've only just recently found it extends a mouse's lifespan and haven't published that yet. So it's early days. We still have a lot to go on, or to do at least.
Are
But
there side effects for taking it, um, or does doing one thing make it harder to do something else? Or
it doesn't seem to be. I mean, in mice, there's a couple of studies in some rare cases of genetically inbred mice that don't have an immune system, that there's hints that cancer might spread slightly more frequently in a very small study. But these are mice that are inbred and have no immune system. So it's still full steam ahead with human clinical trials. There's been no adverse events in any of the patients that have been tested, or the subjects, I should call them. And yeah, so I'm not yet ready to say that there's any known, or at least tangible, provable risks that I want to be the first person to know if there's a risk because
yeah.
my father takes it, my friends and family take it, I take it. So I'm not selling it. I just want to know the science. But I do know that my father is too old to wait till 100% proof that this extends lifespan. You and I are getting to that point where we can't wait. And so that's really what I'm doing is I'm educating the public about the risks and rewards. There are a couple of mouse studies that I want to point out, but all weighed up, I think that the risk right now for me and my family is it's worth taking that risk until further notice.